So when I started my calisthenics journey, I didn't have a pull-up bar, so I did nothing in the name of a pull workout. So obviously, like my back and my biceps were lagging, like highly lagging. My triceps and chest were, and shoulders too, were way more developed than my back and biceps were, and that made my physique look like shit, honestly. And like now that I have a place where I can do pull-ups and the calisthenics rings, the goated equipment that you can get at home, I have gotten awesome, like literally, bro, look in my eyes, awesome muscle gain just from that. So if you want awesome muscle gain, I have this follow along workout that you can use to like get jacked. And before we start, I have a full training program that you can like just like plug and play, and you will get a lot more gains than you would any other by doing any other thing, like investing in any other kind of shit for your fitness. So if you're serious about it, maybe first link in the description. And if you don't trust me enough, I have like 3 workout templates that you can just use for free. There's an app called the Strong app. They don't give me anything, to be honest. It's just the best app out there to track your workouts. Just download the app and click the link below, and you'll be directed to my whole like workout playlist, like workout template that I am currently using to make awesome muscle gain, bro. So if you want to, go ahead and like try the free stuff before you trust me enough to buy my paid program. So like I didn't have anyone like laying out the path ahead for me in the fitness journey. So it was like fucking hard for me to like gain muscle. So and it obviously took way longer than it should have for me to gain muscle because I didn't have a path laid ahead of me. But that is not going to be the case with you. I am going to lay the path ahead for you, and you're going to be like walking it easily. So what you need is a pull-up bar and a pair of rings. And if you don't have that, just go to a park where there is at least one dip bar and a pull-up bar. That is all that you need. So wherever you are, we are going to start the workout. So the first exercise is the pull-ups. I start with pull-ups because I want to like increase the amount of reps and I want wider lats, honestly. So and I like the movement, so why not? So I go ahead with pull-ups. And what you have to focus whilst doing pull-ups is the lower stretch portion of the movement, because like when you're like when you're halfway up and you're going to like you're doing the chin above the bar movement, that doesn't give you as much muscle gain, bro. Like that is about 30%, only 30% of the total hypertrophic stimulus comes from the chin above the bar stuff. All the other stuff comes from the like the full dead hang to midway up. That is going to like give you 70% of the muscle growth stimulus, because like the stretch portion, like when your muscles are loaded with the stretch, they send a bigger stimulus for growth. That is just how the body works. So in the like the literature terms, slow eccentric, which is the lowering portion of the movement, and fast concentric. When you do a fast concentric, you're going to build explosive power, which translates to other stuff if you do other stuff. And we're going to do 3 sets till absolute failure, not the bitch like failure, the failure boundary, the pain boundary. We're going to go till absolute failure where you can't fucking lift yourself off. Next up, the second exercise, we're going to do the upright ring rows for our rear delts. Like the upright ring rows for the lateral delts is a different movement than the upright ring rows for the rear delts. If you are in a park, you can just like grab the dip bar and just like lean backwards, grab the fucking dip bar and flare out your elbows and do this. And that is going to like build your rear delts. If you have rings, it's going to be the best. But if you don't, you can make do with the shit that I just told you. So when you do upright ring rows, the most important portion of the movement is flaring out your elbows, because if you tuck in your elbows, you're going to like not utilize your rear delts as much. Because like when you flare out your elbows, this movement is pure rear delts and biceps. But if you like tuck in your elbows, now it's a back movement. So we don't want to engage our back because we want to isolate our rear delts to get that like the round shoulder look, you know. And after that, we're going to make sure that we have the full range of motion, especially the stretch portion of the movement. You can slack out in the squeeze portion, the ease like the concentric, but you can't slack out in the eccentric portion of the movement, because that is where you gain muscle, bro. So don't slack there, obviously. Next up, the thing to make sure is keeping your back straight. Like beginners slouch their back and it takes away the load basically. So we don't want to stretch or like slouch our back at all. We want to be as stiff as possible. So squeeze your lower back, and it's probably going to like build the endurance in the lower back as well. So it's two birds with one stone. And after that, after you make sure that your back is straight, we want to, if you're doing it with rings, your feet should be just below the hanging surface of the ring. Like wherever you're hanging your rings from, your feet, especially your heel, should be right below that bar or beam or wherever you are hanging. So why? It's just like a progressive overload tracker. Once you get stronger, you can take a step in like in front of the rings and do the movement like that. Or if you are a little bit more of a beginner, you can like take a step back and make the movement easier. So we're going to do 3 sets of this exercise as well, and after this we're going to switch to ring rows. So like the basic things to keep in mind is the same as the fucking upright ring rows. Keep your back straight, like don't slouch, and focus on the eccentric, the stretch portion. What we have to do is, let me just tell you, if you don't have a place where you can do ring rows, or you don't have rings, just like go to your park gym again and grab the fucking dip bar and do the lay a little bit on your back, and then do the rows. It's called Australian pull-ups, but I just call it rows because it feels better. For this exercise, we don't want to like be in the small rep range. We want to rep out as much as possible, like about only like increase the load after 25 to 20 reps, I'd say, because like this exercise needs more reps in order to be more effective. This is a squeezer. Like you have This exercise is there to squeeze everything out of your back, to like bump up the intensity of the workout more so that you get more gains, because high volume doesn't mean more gains, high intensity means more gains. If you're a beginner, you probably won't understand it, but with time, as you watch these videos, you are going to. I didn't understand them when I was a beginner too, but just make sure you like have a good source of information. We're going to do 3 sets and we're going to switch to the next exercise. The next exercise is the pelican curls. Now, if there is a number one bicep exercise out there, this one is the thing, man. Like, the way that this exercise loads the stretch portion of the bicep curl, oh bro, like I can see my bicep get bigger every single workout. Honestly, every week I see my bicep get a little bit more defined, or a little bit like the peak pops out more. It's just great. So, but like if you're seeing it for the first time, this exercise is going to look trippy as hell. So, what we want to do is, maybe you don't have rings. If you don't have rings, bro, save up money and buy that shit. But if you want to still hit the workout, just go ahead and do your normal chin-ups until you get the fucking rings, and do the close grip chin-ups, bro. Now, the key things that you have to keep in mind whilst doing pelican curls is squeeze your traps, squeeze your back. If you don't do it, you're going to like pop your shoulder. This is a risky exercise, but if you do it with the correct form, if you like every time you go ahead and do this exercise, you squeeze your back, you're not going to get injured at all. So your feet should be 2 steps, not big steps, or maybe like the length of your foot. Just place your feet one after the other one, and that is how far you have to place your feet in front of the rings, and then do the fucking pelican curls. So full range of motion is our best friend here. Like, the range of motion isn't a lot, but it is the full range of motion for the biceps that the biceps can handle. So when you're at the stretch portion and you're pulling yourself, make sure that you pull yourself till here. Don't stop here. Maybe when you're pushing more till failure, you can like slack a bit more and like not do the squeeze. You can get away with that, but you can't get away with the stretch. So make sure you do the stretch and squeeze your muscle as much as you can, and track the progressive overload using my workout template, and do 4 sets of this. Bro, I'm telling you, within 2 weeks, with just like 4 sets per week for biceps, you're going to see muscle growth, and more muscle growth than if you did like 12 sets for biceps. And yes, I am saying the truth. I have tried it myself, and it works the exact same way that I'm telling you it works. Now, to end this video, just go in the description and check out my free workout templates. If you like them, like, come back here and maybe comment on this video so that other people get the trust verification. And that is it. We're going to meet again in the leg workout.